Good morning. How are you guys doing today? We are here in Okanogan, Washington, just unloading. Let's go around to the other side of the truck. Unloading here, and then we're going to hammer down and head to the Kootenays. Empty. Empty, empty, empty. Make sure there's no debris on the deck and we can hammer down. You're the one that's crazy. That's true. All right, deck looks clear. Probably have to release the brakes before the truck wants to move. If I hit the part.
No.
Probably not.
Turn left on Rodeo Trail Road, then take the first right. Turn right on Armory Junction Road, then take the second left. Turn left at the stop sign.
There. We have departed.
Not only did we depart, we started the next trip.
All right, so ETA 2 p.m. We can make this work. It's gonna be tight.
97.
You wanna text the boss man and go, hey, ETA 2 p.m. hammering down. Maybe go ETA 2 p.m. as long as the accident on Anarchist doesn't stop us. So good morning. It's a Friday video, and it's not Highway 3 or 97. We're not even headed home. Will we even get home today? Up in the air, honestly. Up in the air. Jess has no words. It's because I'm busy typing.
Yes. I have a hard time texting and talking at the same time.
That was the town of Okanogan. I think it's just Okanogan. They just pronounce it slightly different and spell it a little different. So Okanogan, coming up to Omak, and then north. Well, no, you know, I said it's not Highway 3 or 97. I lied. This is obviously Highway 97. I'm sure you guys are yelling at me already. This is Highway 97, but it's in the U.S., in Washington, and we're not headed home, and it's not the same video. It's so hard, Monday and Friday videos, trying to get them to be different because they're always me leaving home or going home.
Okay, I'll let Tom know. Fingers crossed.
Just go tell them, yeah, turn me around now if they don't think they're going to unload me, or if you don't think they're going to load me.
Would you rather cross that cascade? Highway 20 could be a nightmare, though.
Nah, we'll just do the Soyuz. Because of the snow on the mountains. Oh yeah, we got our trailer back. We're on the quad deck again after that one trip where we were supposed to have one load with the Super B, and it ended up keeping the Super B for 2 weeks.
Professional secretary.
Professional secretary.
I'm more than a secretary, though. Then we just go with professional passenger.
Professional passenger, assistant, whatever. Well, you're not professional because you're only here half the time.
Yeah, but then I'm at home being professional.
You have a bad attendance record.
Okay, you're going hungry next time.
I'm hungry now.
If I can't stay home and make food, then you'll be hungry.
That's true. And my GPS says I'll get there 1:30, but I've got to cross the border. That usually takes a few minutes. We're empty, so they can't deny us for any paperwork issues.
Then you have to fuel up.
And then I have to go fuel up, and I've got mountains to go over that were very, very slippery last night.
That RV is 90 grand.
90 grand?
Yeah, for the size that we're looking at.
It's a lot more expensive than it used to be.
Who knows unless used or new.
That should be a new price. Well, because in Canada they're what, 120, 140. So that might be new price.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's a new price. Now we get to drive in really quite a desolate area. Lots of sagebrush. I always wonder why there's no orchards here.
Yeah, because in the Canadian side of it.
Canadian side, we have lots of orchards and this stuff. Maybe because there's better options.
Yeah. A lot of it's cattle, like right here.
Yeah, there's so much sagebrush, there's not a lot of grass to eat between all the sagebrush for the cattle pastures.
No.
Because nothing eats sagebrush.
Some of it's sagebrush, some of it's antelope.
There's what?
Antelope bush.
I don't know what that is.
Antelope?
Antelope?
Antelope? The
Like-
animal. Think of the animal.
There's a weed called, a brush called antelope?
Antelope?
That's what I thought you said, but so sagebrush and antelope look the same?
They're very close.
That's a stupid name for
Sagebrush is the smaller one. Antelope is the big bushier one.
that's a stupid name. I just call all sagebrush. So sagebrush is the lighter, greener stuff, and the bigger, stragglier, weird stuff is antelope.
Antelope? Are you doing a PE at the end?
Yeah,
Okay. Just
And-
can't hear you.
exactly like the animal.
Yes.
Okay, that I learned something new. I think it's dumb, but yeah.
So the stuff that has more yellow flowers on it, like yellowish,
Yeah.
I think it's antelope.
The paler green stuff is sagebrush. The yellower, browner stuff is antelope. So it's really more antelope than sagebrush.
Yeah.
Still a stupid name. I hate everything about it. Well, I hate the weed. Now I hate the name of it too.
So when you look up sagebrush, then you get.
Yeah, the
The
paler
paler
green
green.
stuff. Yeah. Okay.
See, I can teach you something.
Will I remember this in 2 hours from now?
I don't know, not even 2 seconds from now.
2 seconds,
You
yeah.
already said you're just still gonna call it sagebrush, so we'll go with it.
It's really like a 50-50 mix. Here there's more sagebrush. You know what? It never occurred to me that it was two breeds of plants, but now looking at it, it's obvious difference between the two.
I learned this once I started playing Planet 2. There's all the different brushes you can place.
Ah, video games.
Yeah, all the different bushes and plants and trees and all that I can put down.
biologist now because of the zoo.
Oh no. I still can't tell my trees apart for the most
Instead of
part.
botanist.
I mean, for the most part, a tree's a tree and a plant's a plant. I'm much that way about everything, though. That's a car, right? Like, I don't know specific models and stuff about things.
It's just a gray car
Yeah.
or a white car. Yeah. I guess that's a thing. Most of us human beings, we try to learn a lot and specialize in one thing, and we are dumb as bricks on other subjects. So what is common sense, what everybody should know about your job, really nobody else knows. I think people are more clueless than we give people credit for. I know a lot about the industries I've worked in, but know nothing about the ones I haven't worked in.
See.
Oversized load.
I saw him parked it right before the border, so yes.
Okay, so he was waiting in Canada for a pilot. Took him an hour to get that. Well, not quite, probably half an hour.
He was playing a little bit risky though, because he took that on the last very pull out. So I'm like, what if that was full? He would have been really good for the wide load. Can't do anything.
See, there's an orchard over here, a brand new one, so there are places where there are fields and orchards, but a lot of it's still completely just barren.
Like last night we had what, 4 places we kind of planned out? 3 or 4?
Yeah, we had a backup to a backup to a backup. And I ended up driving until I had 1 minute left on the e-log. Really, really pushed that one. 1 minute.
You're bobsledding.
Yeah, down Paulson we were bobsledding.
It didn't take long for us to be like, oh, there's a truck spun out. Let's see, and it's here.
Yeah, it was one of the tanker trucks. The Super B tanker trucks will be the first truck to spin out going over the mountain. If you think about why, it's obvious and clear. Speaking of common sense. Single trailers spin out a lot less often than Super Bs, but a tanker, a partially loaded tanker, going up and over the mountain will be the first one to spin out. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. He was on the radio and go, I got brand new winter tires and I've got no traction on this stuff.
It's definitely slick.
So it takes an extra bit of skill to drive a tanker truck, especially with 2 trailers, because when you want the truck to have the most traction possible climbing a steep hill, where does all the weight of that trailer go? It all flows to the back of the trailer, making your drives where you want the most weight almost empty and have almost no traction. And when you're going down the mountain, you want the trailers to have good brakes and drag the trailer brakes for good stopping power. You don't want a jackknife, you want the weight further back. You get all that weight right on your drives. So it's going to be much, much easier to jackknife going down the mountain. So yeah, tanker trucks, give them a little extra respect. They've got a harder job than the rest of us do. You guys see that perfectly straight line halfway up the mountain? You'll see that all over the Okanogan. And if you go look at what kind of ground that line is, it's all sand. It's a beach. There used to be a lake here for many, many, many years at that height to make a beach that nice and sandy. Feel so stuffed up. I don't know if that's just the dry air or still from the hay from yesterday. Excuse me. I was trying to hold that back.
I knew as soon as you started talking about it that you were a cop.
It's the only reason I brought up the subject. I'm like, it's a matter of time. So stuffy.
Same way though, so I think it's a combination of both. Funny how short of distances feels certain days, and certain days it feels a lot longer. You know?
It's an hour. It's always an hour.
Yeah, but certain days it feels a lot shorter.
I just realized I gave the boss a wrong ETA.
Oh no.
Like, why is the GPS telling us to turn here?
It's going through a different border.
Yep. That would be going up into that mountain pass. That's going to have a lot of slippery. It's just not worth it.
Continue on US 97.
Well, yeah, it's another half hour.
Yeah, but taking this mountain pass would add a lot more time because I'd have to chain up.
Yep.
We'll see when we get across the border and then call the boss and see what he says. Once we climb up past where that accident is, if we get stuck at the accident, then we're in trouble.
I don't think that road will be closed along. It shouldn't take too much work to pull it out like that.
Yeah, shouldn't.
What do you say? A truck decided to take a nap?
Yeah, truck decided to take a nap. Took a corner, climbing anarchist, one of the hairpins. Not even the worst hairpin. Hit the ditch and just kind of laid its head on the side of the cliff.
It's mostly upright. Like, they're lucky the rocks were there, the cliff face.
Yeah, I've got some concerns. We'll see.
I've already voiced my concerns. My main one being, are they triple sure that the shipper's even going to stay that late?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll make that call as soon as we're up anarchist.
It's being a Friday, one shipper does not want to be staying late.
But that's part of the trucking game. Seeing how fast you can get from point A to point B. It's always rush, hurry and wait. Get there as fast as legally and safely possible, and then hang around and wait for 2 hours while you're getting loaded. You have to go tarp. This little village called? Or is it just houses that happen to be close to each other? I see no name anywhere. Or are we coming up on Tonasket here? This might be just the outskirts of Tonasket.
That's what I was gonna say, but I wasn't sure. 1 degree out right now.
1 degree Celsius. It was what? What was it in the morning?
-8.
-8.
But it was -4 here when we went through earlier.
Yeah, it's -4 here. What, an hour and a half ago? So the sun is warming it up quickly. No more scale signs here. You never have to look for scale signs. The scale was on the left-hand side there, and they got rid of the shack, got rid of all the signs. I'm sure that they can still set up portable scales over here and probably get us every now and then to do a portable scale, but I've never actually seen that scale actually open. I've seen the signs that said open, pulled up to the scale and there's nobody around. It's like, obviously you're not open. Somebody was probably just messing with the signs.
Mm-hmm.
There's only the one sign that I passed that said open. What's up with all the people? Are you guys just hanging out, standing around? Are you guys wanting to cross? Is there some kind of... It looks like a parade.
Parade. The fire truck was waiting there.
There's people...
On your side?
Yeah, people are gathering for a parade.
Yeah, the chairs.
There's a parade going on.
Oh, I don't know why, but yes.
Oh man, imagine us being behind that parade.
Then you definitely want to be loading today. It makes sense why the fire truck was parked over there now.
He's gonna be the lead. The fire truck's gonna be the lead of the parade. They're just gathering up there. It's 10:06 now. What? So the parade probably 10:30 or something.
I don't know what kind of parade you'd be having though.
A lot of cars parked over here too. By looks like maybe rodeo grounds over there. Is there some kind of... I don't know if that's rodeo grounds or not. Looks like a park back there anyway. Must be some kind of celebration going on. It could also be a funeral procession too. It looked more like a parade environment, but I don't know.
I think I want to try and search for it.
Heads up, drivers, they're setting up for a parade in Tonasket.
When is this?
See, there's still a vehicle coming in that looks like they want to be part of the parade.
They really don't know how to update their websites.
Website that old?
I was reading something from 2019. Does that give you any information?
Yeah, that website might be a little outdated.
Now there is a football game today, but that's something I can look at without clicking on like 5 different links.
So football game, is it a...
Like, it could be their homecoming, but it makes no sense.
Do homecomings happen in fall?
Yes.
Okay, so that might be it.
I remember the one time I got to completely design, set up, organize, run the whole homecoming parade.
It must have been kind of fun and stressful.
Yeah, especially when you're only a high schooler doing it. You have to go out and reach out to all these different organizations and all that, yeah. I also was on it, but to be in the parade.
My biggest high school accomplishment was designing the yearbook cover.
I loved the yearbook until I hated the teacher. Yearbook, I loved yearbook.
That's a horrendous cover. It's a terrible, terrible cover. I don't know who made the decision to pick my entry as the yearbook cover, but it's horrendous. I'm like, if they accepted mine, looking back on it, how bad were the other ones?
I designed, I think it was homecoming. It could have been snow coming to prom tickets as well when I was in graphics. And printed them off. I was also a vice president for student council because nobody else signed up for it. So I got voted in automatically.
So you're the only one to vote for. Okay, nobody else wants a job. I guess it's you.
Yeah.
Isn't that how a lot of politics works? No, I don't want the job. The people that would actually be good at being the politician goes, no, I don't want that job.
I think a lot of people didn't want it. Because technically you had to go to school meetings every month. But it actually ended up requiring you just to sit at the table and everybody would ignore you.
Sit at a table to be ignored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like this public thing, and then after the public session, they went to closed section, and you were kicked out. And then I was like, what do I do? Like, I don't know. It was one of those silly things where I'm like, I don't think it was really required.
Yeah.
I was always that kid though that did the yearbook and the student council and all the volunteering type of stuff.
That made you the dork.
Very much. I would like set up and organize blood donor clinics in the gym as well. Things like that.
Yeah, I was one of those kids too that rarely skipped class, rarely showed up late. I mean, every now and then you did it because it's like there's something cooler to do, but it had to be pretty cool to skip class. Staying late in school, many hours, putting up posters and making pins and buttons for running election campaigns for class,
Oh really?
student president or whatever. I wasn't running, but I was part of the designing, painting signs and
I don't think we put up posters or anything. It was more like it was talked about in like the morning. I don't know, not morning meeting, but basically like your home office would go through things like morning news type of headlines.
And of course, the people that won were never good because it was a popularity contest, and it's like, look who I am. And it's like, yeah, but the person that could have actually done a good job wasn't the popular person, right?
I don't think our student council was that way, but definitely was that way for like homecoming, Queen and King, and all that kind of stuff.
We didn't have that.
Yeah.
There was no homecoming. There was no king and queen.
We did homecoming, snowcoming, and prom.
Prom we did. Although, thinking back on it, we really didn't do a traditional prom.
No?
No. There was a graduation ceremonies and stuff like that, but the school did not organize any dances. No, we didn't even do that. There were dance halls that were rented outside the school that a lot of students went to. A group of students that drove all the way to Winnipeg and went on the River Rouge, and that was a dance party on the paddle boat.
Really?
Yeah, paddle boat going down the Red River.
That's kind of cool.
That was a tradition that kept going until Liz graduated, and on the way home, kids died.
Yeah.
The school very quickly made that not allowable. Yeah, it was pretty much an official graduation and then a whole bunch of little cliques of groups that went and did their own party thing after.
Like when we did prom, it wasn't associated with graduation.
Prom is not with graduation?
For ours, no.
Oh, I always assumed. Wait,
No.
prom doesn't mean graduation?
No.
Oh. I thought that was part of. Okay, so I guess we just didn't do prom then.
Like, you guys could have done that. I'm just saying you could have ran it differently.
Weird.
I know it's done differently where we live now versus where I grew up, so. Thinking about it, it probably could have had something with graduation. Like it should have been related, but it wasn't.
That's what I thought it was. Apparently, I don't know anything.
It's supposed to be a dance for the seniors. Like you're right about that kind of. Yeah. Ours was at a golf course.
See, I think for us, growing up in a Bible Belt probably affected that a lot. I didn't remember anything. I don't remember any politics or anything special going on, but I bet you that kind of in the background was going on.
Yeah. And if you lived there again, you would probably pick up on it a lot more.
Thinking of that, it's like Do we end the video here or wait till we cross the border? It'll be a long video. From the border. Yeah, that'll make it a long video. I think we'll end it here, coming down into Orville. So for those of you who made it to the end, hopefully you guys found us just yammering around and having a conversation interesting. I'm getting schooled apparently.
Funny.
We'll see you guys. If you guys have hit that join button, we'll see you guys tomorrow on the bonus video. I can't remember what the bonus video is going to be. Nope, can't remember. And then, of course, if you guys are joining us on the other channel, which only a few of you guys do, check us out on Sleep with a Trucker to have some ASMR, ambient, relaxing truck noise on Sunday, and then back on the road on Monday. I know, well, I don't know. I think I'll be delivering in Kelowna on Monday morning, so we'll probably shoot a video after that. That's Tellus telling me, welcome back to Canada, even though we're still far from Canada.
A little early on that.
A little early. Must have jumped cell phone towers to the Canadian one. But anyway, for now, we're out of here. See you guys on Monday. I guess Jess is not with next week, so I guess I'll see you on Monday. You guys absolutely rock.
Adios.